we are dealing with. We are dealing with rogue people.
For now, I wouldn't say there's much to report because we've been here now almost 5 hours together with Senator Rengo and Advocate JKIA. We had come here as the advanced legal team. We had learned that they were holding Dr. MIGUNA MIGUNA in Terminal 2, and so we sought to access him. While they allowed us to enter within the building, they did not allow us to go through the security check, citing their own regulations. We have sought to explain to them that Dr. MIGUNA is entitled to be accessed by his advocates. He's entitled to medical personnel. He's entitled to be visited by family because, as it were, he is also slightly injured, we understand, on the left arm. So far, they have not done that, and so we are still waiting to be allowed to access him. We understand, we have gathered that even as they were keeping us there, we saw some immigration officials pass, carrying their paraphernalia, and we understand that it appears they sought to have Dr. MIGUNA sign some applications, ostensibly application forms for citizenship, we would imagine. But as is entitled to, Dr. MIGUNA declined to sign any documents without the presence of his lawyers, and so we understand the immigration officials then left. So as we are here, he's being held there, incommunicado. We have not accessed him. Family has not accepted him. The medical personnel have not accessed him. And so basically he's in limbo. So we're just waiting.
Is there a requirement, a regulation on how long he can stay here? Can he stay here for as long as the immigration team wants him to stay here?
Dr. MIGUNA is a Kenyan. The Kenyan constitution secures not just for Kenyans, but for anyone who is within the Kenyan space, that if you are arrested, the maximum amount of time you can be held is 24 hours, whether it's the police, whether it's the immigration officials or anybody else. He has been held here since yesterday at about 1:40 p.m. That has already exceeded the 24 hours. The only way you can be held beyond that time is if anybody approaches the court to extend that time for good reason. They have not done that. So where we are is that the officials are not only in breach of the earlier court orders, they are also in fresh breach of the rights of Dr. MIGUNA.
How long are you pushing this? How is there any sort of a compromise in terms of whatever happens in terms of resolving this question?
From where I stand, this standoff is completely unnecessary. It is unnecessary because the immigration department took Dr. MIGUNA's passport. The court ordered that they release it to him. All it would have taken is for them to take that passport, bring it to the immigration department, stamp it and give it to him. Alternatively, if they are unable to process that, and it's unimaginable why they would not be able to process it because they're in possession of it, then they would simply allow him to come into the country on the basis of a temporary pass. Section 14 of the Immigration Act allows the immigration officials to allow you to travel not just on a passport but other documents. Those other documents would include a temporary pass, and that's all they need to do. I think that somebody is trying to demonstrate that, having said that Dr. MIGUNA had renounced his Kenyan citizenship, they want to compel him to reapply so that they can say, we told you he had renounced. But he insists, and the court accepts, that he has never renounced. So how does the question of reapplying for citizenship occur? In any event, Section 16, Article 16 of the Constitution allows even those who had renounced, on application, Section 14 and Article 14 and Article 16, on application, then you regain it automatically. The fact that Dr. MIGUNA has a Kenyan passport that was valid but was taken from him, has a valid national identity card, means he had applied, so he does not need to reapply. So this standoff is completely unnecessary. It is somebody somewhere trying to demonstrate that they are in authority. That is called abuse of power. Yes.
No progress, and can you imagine all the lawyers representing MIGUNA who came here as early as 9 o'clock? None of us has been able to make contact with MIGUNA. Although we have seen immigration officers going in and out, we have seen the Canadians go in and out, we have seen the police go in and out, and we as lawyers have not been enabled to go and see him. And you know that part of the team was not even able to go to the departure hall. Some of us were locked out, some of us were locked in. Yeah, so it is a script that is fit for Hollywood. It will make a very good movie, but in a real human situation, is a thorough embarrassment to Kenyans. I don't think that this our new constitution was supposed to make us live in this way, and I think Jomo Kenyatta International Airport also has some points missing in so far as its fame and capacity to grow into an international hub. But the long and short of it, I think the government has lost more than they've gained. There's nothing really they can do now. They can't take Miguna back to Canada forcefully. They can't take him back to any other country forcefully. Ultimately, they have to ensure that Miguna is taken to court. That would be the worst option or alternative. But the best thing for them to do, if this stalemate had to be called off, is to release him and say, we have made an application in court. In fact, the immigration or the Attorney General or the Director of Public Prosecutions can actually make an application and say, you know, we have brought Miguna, but we need further variation of these orders. But you do that in the spirit of the law and in accordance with the law. You don't take the law into your own hands and try and choose how to comply with the court orders.
The documents that you were supposed to sign, or he had been asked to sign this morning, is there any response insofar as those papers are concerned? Because you understand he refused to sign anything.
No, but some of those documents, first of all, they should have been made available to his legal team. Because we don't know why they want to use those documents. For example, if at all he had a Canadian passport, if he had surrendered that Canadian passport, they could have done what they've done in the beginning, I mean in the first instance, and endorse a deportation order in the passport. We don't know what they could have done. If he made an application of sorts, which includes an application of what they are saying this morning, that they want him to regularize his Kenyan citizenship, which is an acceptance, as indeed is a Kenyan citizen. They would have done that to the extent of only receiving that application and taking it to court and say, you know, this is our case, that this man had renounced his citizenship, is now trying to reclaim his citizenship. So they're playing games, and if they continue to play the games, we will play the games. But if they want the matter to be resolved, you can sit down at a table with a group of lawyers. We've got senior lawyers, experienced lawyers. Cliff here is an experienced lawyer. They can bring their lawyers who are in court, like Mr. Ngatia, and talk this over. And I know that the issuance of documents, for example, if you're a Kenyan and you landed here and your passport you forgot was in the aircraft, and probably the aircraft went back to Dubai, and by the time it reaches Dubai, you know, somehow somebody has picked it up and gone away with it. Would you be returned to Dubai? No. So long as you've got a proof that you're a Kenyan, or you've got orders that are in place which has been served on the immigration officials, they'll issue you with, you know, documents, temporary or provisional documents, in order to deal with that situation.
Kwa hivyo tuendelee kungoja tu. Hamna lolote ambalo mmesikia?
Hakuna lolote, na nashukuru wanahabari, the media, kwa sababu mmekaa hapa tangu jana, na hiyo kuonyesha kwamba serikali na watu wengine ambao wanafanya kazi kwa shirika za umma hawajakomaa kulingana na katiba yetu mpya. Lakini watu wetu wanahabari wanaendelea kwa mstari wa mbele kuona ya kwamba tumelinda hiyo katiba. Na nyinyi wenyewe yale madhambi serikali imeshafanyia ni zaidi hata yale ambayo tunaona leo. Kwa hivyo ni jambo nzuri sana ya kwamba tangu jana mmekuwa hapa na sisi pia tutaendelea kukaa hapa. Nikichoka pengine nitaenda, lakini bwana Cliff atabaki. Cliff akienda mimi nitabaki. Wengine wako mjini kotini, na wenzetu wanasiasa na wengine wanafanya kazi na washikadau pia pengine watafika hapa.
Hakuna uwezekano wa Miguna kusafirishwa kwa nguvu sasa kwa sababu serikali inasema hawezi kutoka airport.
Lakini hata kusema kumsafirisha kwa nguvu, kipengee cha 28 ya katiba inasema kuna ile kitu inaitwa utu, human dignity. Ile unyama ambao walionyesha jana ni ajabu. Na kwamba kama ni lazima basi wanaweza kurudi kule kotini kusema ya kwamba tumeshindwa, amekataa, sasa tunataka uwezo kutoka kotini kumuondoa kwa njia ama kumsafirisha kwa njia fulani. Lakini yale ambayo wamefanya mpaka sasa ni kuonyesha ya kwamba tunazungumza demokrasia, lakini tuna udikteta ambao